It's NBA action on EA Sports. Alongside the former Chicago Bulls guard, Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. And Jay, I know this takes you back.
Ed, there's no better feeling this time of year than hearing sneakers squeak on the court and seeing guys get a good lather while they're getting ready for battle.
It's that pregame feeling, and now it's the opening tip. Knocked loose. Capella. Here comes the screen. Harden to Westbrook. Russell Westbrook powers it through.
Oh, that's a great way to make an opening statement. It's about the team that's able to punch the other team in the mouth first. That's exactly what you want to do if you're the road team.
Harden. Not getting the bounce. To Leonard. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Ooh, Ed, looking like the young Manu Ginobili with hair out there with the Euro step.
That wasn't that long ago, was it? The drive by Westbrook, but a shot stays out.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
To Leonard. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
James Harden missed his first. That one goes.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Screen coming. The screen sets him up for two.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Capella. And the rebound grabbed by the Clippers. To Paul George. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
A simple touch foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Leonard. His first effort off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Kawhi Leonard matched up with Capella. Top of the key. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not that time. He misses. Westbrook with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Baseline drive, but he can't finish.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
And this will get out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. George, defended by Tucker. From the painted area, won't go down. Oh, Russell Westbrook. 2 of 4 now. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. To Westbrook. Slam dunk, Russell Westbrook. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
George. stuffs it down with authority. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Gordon with it. The score 12-8. Gets it down to Capella. Oh, emphatic slam. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. Off the penetration, almost, but no good. To Leonard. Curling inside. Kawhi Leonard. He's now 4 for 6.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Westbrook with it. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. Here comes the screen. And slams it down just before the buzzer. And that's how the first quarter comes to an end in this one. The shooting in that first quarter was white hot. It's got to be hard to think these teams can keep up that pace in the second.
It was great to watch, and both teams were on fire. But, Ed, let me bring you inside one of the huddles. These teams are fiery. I heard one player say, we got to draw a line. We got to fight. We got to continue to compete. Get up in somebody's face. The effort will be there in the second quarter.
Yeah, Paul George good on the quick release there. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Kawhi Leonard against the former MVP. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. To Leonard. Throws it down. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Westbrook into the front court. He'll run the offense. To P.J. Tucker. Here comes the screen. To P.J. Tucker. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
And the defender's got to take note. Otherwise, that shot's going up all game long.
Williams into the front court. Down just a couple. To Leonard. Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Strong finish for Paul George.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next-level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Harden against Paul George. Beyond the arc for three. Textbook defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Westbrook. The shot, almost. The follow won't go either. To George. Shot from the lane won't go. Harden to Fareed. Nothing going here on that drive. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Harden. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender,
lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Not going down for him this time. And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Clint Capella, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 48% free throw shooter. First try at the line, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first.
Oh yeah, I like that.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Paul George, a pass taken away by the Rockets. Paul George sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Tucker to Harden. Lets it fly from long range, and James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
4-2.
Westbrook into the front court. Under a minute to go before halftime. Screen coming to Harden from long range. Great defense, forcing the miss. George steps out and hits.
The transition three-point shot is one of the most difficult shots to actually defend. It's natural for the defense to automatically run back and protect the paint. But these days, people say, why settle for a 3? Why not? Especially when you can shoot the ball at that kind of clip.
Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. He gets it.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Whistle blows. It's an 8-second violation. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Good look there, but it's no good. Time expires to end the first half. The Clippers are out in front. A lot of intrigue to come in this second half. A 1-point game as we resume play here in the third quarter.
That's me. I got ball.
George to Leonard. Paul George fires, gets a look, can't hit.
And Ed, that's what you see this defense doing. They're capitalizing on the momentum gain from getting a multitude of stops defensively.
Paul George, great feed. Hat-trick Beverly. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Nope, first one does not go. Good bounce back, hits the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. George, Capella's on him. And the Rockets clear the board. Russ at the controls. To Harden.
Shoot it!
Probing the defense. James Harden. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Westbrook to Harden. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
James Harden has got 2 shots coming. A career 85% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Clippers have the basketball. Kawhi Leonard guarded by Clint Capella. Driving right to the pass. Stuffs it down with authority.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Harden, tough matchup against George. 4-3. Buries it.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
No, no, no. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Leonard to Paul George. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Harden knocks it down.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
It's LA Clippers ball. Leonard. Good for 3.
Defense, do the math. You force them to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Harden. Tough shot. He hits.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, though.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Harden to Westbrook. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Harden. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. To Leonard. Flushes it home. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first 3 have lived up to the billing.
Westbrook. 1 to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. To Harden. Nice pass to get things going.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
Kawhi Leonard in his own world. Nobody near him. He sinks it for three.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
The quarter comes to an end. The Clippers have the lead. It'll be Rockets basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Leonard knocks down the three.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Gerald Green at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. It's back to a 5-point game. Beverly to Williams. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. George to Leonard. Beverly to Williams. To George. Fires the three. How's this for a hot start? He's 5 of 5 from three-point range.
And I get mesmerized every time I watch him shoot. Great release, up and down, comes down in the same spot every time.
Gordon against Paul George. To Gerald Green. Knocked loose. High risk, high reward. It stays in their possession. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Kawhi Leonard here against Green. To Paul George. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. Harden into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Strong finish for Paul George. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Harden against George. For three. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Deep left corner. Leonard. And he hits.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, and nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Here comes the screen. Harden cleans it up for Reed. To Harden. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Leonard. George. That breaks the streak after 5 straight makes. It's no good. Houston with the basketball. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Leonard to Williams. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
To Leonard. Rocking the rim.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Slam dunk, Russell Westbrook.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. It's Russ at the controls. Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Kawhi Leonard here against Harden. Down low George. Whoa! What a finish!
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Harden here against Tarkless. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's how you defend.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Leonard to Harkless. Williams to Leonard. 5 seconds to shoot. He has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout. It's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with one more chance to stop the clock before the buzzer sounds. Deep three at the buzzer. Hits the late 3 at the buzzer, but it's not going to be enough. This game is all over. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one by 3. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
you